Welcome back, everybody. How's it going? Good morning. Thanks for watching. We're at the Better's Edge. Your host, Jake. First and foremost, guys, do me a solid. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm putting out content, winners, each and every single day. I'm going to keep coming out here daily, giving you guys all my insight, all my opinions, and all of my winners. Quick recap from yesterday. Very, very important. I touched on it during the video yesterday. Make sure you guys are following me on X. Better's Edge TV on X. If you're not following me on X, you would have missed a critical play that I had yesterday on the Florida Panthers money line 60 minutes. I didn't take them full game price. I want to say it was like 280, 290. I didn't want to touch that. I took them full game, cash 3-2. I put 2.6 units on there. We ended up in the green for yesterday because I gave out on YouTube yesterday the loser of the under in the Yankees game. That got smashed. It happens. We were in the green, but you were only in the green yesterday if you paid attention to what I said during the video and you follow me on X. The reason for that is I try to get these videos out early, like I mentioned yesterday, earlier in the morning. Doesn't give me time early in the morning to accomplish everything that I need to get done and cap all the sports. Yesterday I got around to NHL in the second half of the day, and I barely got that Florida Panthers bet in myself, let alone out on X before the drop of the puck. But if you follow me on X, you'll be able to get each and every single one of my picks before I release them, before I take them myself. With that said, let's talk about today. We got a massive card for today that I absolutely, positively love. Let's start on the diamond with the very first game for today. The Seattle Mariners at the Detroit Tigers. I told you guys yesterday, yes, it was only a lean, that the Seattle Mariners lineup was going to start to heat up. And that's exactly what they did yesterday. They dropped an 8 spot yesterday in Detroit. They won that game super easily. It was 8-1 at one point. T's got a couple of runs to close the margin down to 8-4. Mariners win the game. They go up 2-1 in the series. Let's move on to game 4 for today. One of my plays. The Seattle Mariners today, minus 106. This game opened at the Seattle Mariners plus 104 very, very late last night. There is no way whatsoever the Seattle Mariners, and they're not anymore, should be getting plus money in this type of game. At minus 106, it's still a great play. The reason, because that is what I've been talking to you guys since the first game of this series. The Seattle Mariners are a significantly better team than the Detroit Tigers in each and every single aspect when it comes to baseball. Batting for average, batting for power, batting with runners in scoring position, efficiency, speed on the bases, starting pitching, bullpen, closer, you name it. The advantage is on the Seattle Mariners, which is why I put 2 units on the Mariners to win the series. I told you guys during my video yesterday, I didn't want to touch the Mariners yesterday because of my 2-unit play. I'm touching the Mariners today. The game yesterday went exactly how I told you guys it was going to go. I predicted in my video yesterday they were going to drop 7, 8, 9 runs yesterday, and that's exactly what they did. Fast forward again to today, they're facing Casey Mize. I don't know if you guys know who this guy is or not, but he's not very good. He was an all-star, undeservedly so. He is nowhere near an all-star caliber pitcher. The over-under on this guy's outs for today is 9.5. Yes, it's twofold because it's an elimination game and the leash is going to be short on him. But in addition to that, he's not very good. Let's preface this all by saying the Seattle Mariners pitcher for today also isn't very good. He's an average pitcher, maybe below average. With that said, if you take a look at his career numbers, he dominates the Detroit Tigers head-to-head when he plays against them. I'm not sure if he's going to dominate them today or not. But what I told you guys yesterday and how I still feel today is this lineup in Seattle is just starting to heat up. The depth is showing. The power is showing. You're going to see another 6, 7, 8, 9 spot on the board today from the Seattle Mariners. And this series is going to be over this afternoon. First play for today, the Seattle Mariners on the money line. I took it minus 106. Second play, the play of the day, which I like a fraction more than I like the Seattle Mariners. The Chicago Cubs on the money line, minus 115. It's a little bit of a situation play. it's a little bit of a head-to-head play with the Cubs at home. When you're getting the Cubs at home at minus 115 in a win-or-go-home situation, obviously at Wrigley Field with their fans behind them, with the support, with the role players and the bench players, I quote unquote bench players, what I say is the guys deeper in the lineup, 6, 7, 8, 9. These guys typically perform much better in a home environment than they do on the road. We saw the Cubs just the other day go up 3-0 in the top of the first inning in Milwaukee and do nothing else the entire game. We're going to see this lineup of Chicago's perform significantly better today than they did the first two games. And the reason for that is what I just talked about. The depth of a lineup, when you're talking about guys at the bottom of the order, they perform significantly better at home than they do away. It's just the way that it works. With the Cubs at home and they're only laying minus 115 in a win-or-go-home scenario, the entire team obviously knows they have to win or their season is over. The fans know the magnitude of the game. They're going to be behind their team. When you're getting this team at minus 115 at home, it's too hard of a price to lay off of. This is the play of the day. The Cubs are going to win this game. The first series, as I talked about, Mariners and Tigers, will be over this afternoon. The Cubs and Brewers series will be continuing on into tomorrow. Going into the next game on the baseball card, which as of now, I haven't taken. I have a strong edge on the New York Yankees on the money line tonight. I talked to you guys about it yesterday. I told you I had a lean on the Yankees. That cashed. Tonight, you have to consider a couple of different things. Number one, this kid pitching for the New York Yankees is red hot. His last performance was as good as any performance we've seen from a starting pitcher in any baseball game so far this postseason. He was absolutely electric. He stepped up to the plate, if you would, and delivered a starting performance of his lifetime so far. I expect him to perform well today, very well. I'm not sure if he's going to put up identical performance that he put up the other night, but he's going to perform well. With that said, the Toronto Blue Jays are going with a bullpen game, and their bullpen is absolutely taxed. They're going into tonight's game with arms that are super tired, that are basically dead, that aren't going to be able to perform. When you factor in that with what happened last night, this team was up 6-1 in a win in an advanced game to sweep the New York Yankees on the road, and two critical errors, two errors that you don't expect from this Toronto Blue Jays team to commit. They're a very solid defensive team. Those two errors, in my opinion, cost them the game. They had them up 6-1. They let the Yankees score an easy run with the first error, and then the second error leads to a 3-run bomb by Aaron Judge to tie the game. And from that point forward, everybody knows that game is over. And it was. The Yankees ended up prevailing 9-6. Fast forward to today. The Yankees got a little bit of a lifeline. That series should already be over, being down 6-1, and they came back and won the match. Tonight's game isn't going to be as close from the standpoint of the Blue Jays get out to a massive lead and the Yankees are going to be required to come back. That's not going to be necessary today. The Yankees are going to win this game. The reason why I haven't touched this game just yet is when I woke up this morning, I saw this line at 185, 190 at some shops, which is absolutely insane. That's too high of a price to touch. Slowly but surely, this line is slowly starting to come down, which I like. I've seen this line at 180, 176, 174. As I mentioned to you just a few moments ago, follow me on X later on in the afternoon. If I can get this number closer to around 170, maybe at 175, I'll consider touching it. Definitely nothing above 175. Between 170 and 175, I'll consider it. Anything less than 170, 100%, which I don't think is going to happen. 100% I'll take. But the point is, follow me on X, Better's Edge TV. And I might have an additional play on the Yankees there. But the Yankees are going to win this game, which is the point of this message. Whether I take them or not is depending on the price. So follow me on X to see whether I take them or not. Last play of the day, which I will take. Don't judge me on this. I'm here, as I talk to you guys about each and every single day, to make money. I don't do this for entertainment, putting these bets in at least. These videos, maybe, they entertain me somewhat. But the last play of the day is the Phoenix Mercury at home in the WNBA Finals, laying 4.5 against the Las Vegas Aces. Phoenix Mercury down 2-0. This is now a best-of-7 series, the first time the WNBA Finals has gone best-of-7. and the Las Vegas Aces are up 2-0. The Las Vegas Aces are the best team in the WNBA, obviously, over the course of the last couple of seasons. They're the best team in the WNBA right now as well. I had them winning the WNBA Finals before the playoffs began. They're not playing their best basketball away from home. Just like I talked about with the bottom of the order performing better at home, you get the same thing in women's basketball away from home. The Indiana Fever beat them away from home last game when the Vegas were in Indiana. They lost to Seattle the first road game that they played in the playoffs. So they're 1-2 on the road. They're not going to win this game. This series is going to go a minimum of 6 games, in my opinion. This is one of the games in which you have an edge going against the Las Vegas Aces. It's a one-star play. It's not as big as the Brewers. It's not as big as the Mariners. Don't judge me. I'm here to make money. The last play of the day so far is on the Phoenix Mercury laying 4.5 at home in the WNBA Finals Game 3. With that said, I keep talking about it. I'm going to now get to work on the NHL card. I might have some NHL picks for you. As I've already said 2 or 3 times now, follow me on X, Bettor's Edge TV. I'll have an additional play potentially on NHL, an additional play potentially on the New York Yankees money line if I can get that at the price that I want. We've been cashing each and every single day, guys. I haven't had one day in the red since I've opened this channel. It's only been 5 days, granted. It's not a whole lot, but if you take a look at my documented bet history, this winning streak goes on far longer than just 4 or 5 days. I'm here each and every single day to give you guys winners, insight, knowledge, but more importantly, as I keep saying, like my video, subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get my video out to new people so we can grow this community, so we can all do what we love to do, which is to beat the books and make money. Enjoy the video, guys. Have a good day, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.